Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P2720 indicates there is a problem with the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve D circuit in the 2011 to 2017 Honda Odyssey. The DTC stands for Diagnostic Trouble Code, which helps technicians identify specific faults within a vehicle's system. This particular code signifies that an electrical issue exists rather than a mechanical fault, resulting in the transmission's failure to shift into second or fifth gear due to a fail-safe function implemented by the vehicle's onboard computer, also known as the PCM or Powertrain Control Module. In diagnosing this code, it is important to utilize Honda Diagnostic System, or HDS, to record freeze data and snapshots before troubleshooting. This ensures a thorough approach by understanding past performance and conditions at the time the error was recorded. Understanding the specific location and role of the transmission components, particularly in relation to the electrical circuits, is essential for effective diagnosis and repair. DTC P2720 involves the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve D, which plays a crucial role in regulating fluid pressure for smooth gear shifts in the automatic transmission. This solenoid is controlled by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, which also receives data from various sensors within the vehicle. The PCM processes this information to determine when to activate the solenoid for optimal shifting performance. The solenoid is typically located within the valve body of the transmission, highlighting the importance of accurate electrical connections between the solenoid and the PCM. When there's an electrical failure in this circuit, it prevents the transmission from shifting into required gears, specifically second and fifth, thus enabling the fail-safe mode to protect the transmission from further potential damage. Recognizing the roles and locations of these components is pivotal in troubleshooting and addressing the DTC effectively. The primary cause of DTC P2720 is an electrical circuit issue rather than a mechanical failure within the transmission itself. This can include problems such as an open circuit, which implies that there is a break in the wiring that disrupts the electrical flow to the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve D. Blown fuses also can cause the solenoid to stop functioning as intended, and checking for these is a key component of the diagnosis. Additionally, issues such as poor connections or loose terminals between the solenoid and the PCM can impede electrical communication. Observing these issues is important because they directly influence the solenoid's operation, affecting the vehicle's ability to shift gears smoothly. Selecting the right components that need inspection or repair based on these causes will streamline the troubleshooting process. When DTC P2720 is present, the foremost symptom is that the vehicle's transmission will not shift into second or fifth gear. This lack of shifting leads to poor acceleration and overall vehicle performance, which can be alarming for drivers. Alongside this transmission issue, it is common to see the check engine light activated on the dashboard, indicating that the vehicle's onboard diagnostics has detected a fault. These symptoms serve as critical red flags, prompting urgent attention for the DTC. Failing to address these symptoms in a timely manner can lead to further complications within the vehicle, such as additional strain on the transmission system. Thus, diagnosing the underlying issue that leads to these symptoms needs to be prioritized for effective and long-term repairs. The first troubleshooting step involves turning the ignition switch to the on/to position, which activates the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. Following this, the DTC should be cleared using the Honda Diagnostic System HDS. This step is crucial as it resets the onboard monitoring systems and allows a fresh assessment of current faults without interference from previous codes. After clearing the DTC, the next action is to check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. This can provide insights into whether there are additional issues in the system. Finding DTC P2720 again suggests a persistent problem, and further diagnostics are warranted. If no codes appear, it may indicate an intermittent failure, prompting the technician to investigate poor connections or loose terminals between the A/T clutch pressure control solenoid valve D and the PCM. In this second troubleshooting step, the technician must turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position to ensure that no electrical systems are active, minimizing risk during inspection. The focus then shifts to checking the number B5 fuse, which is a 7.5 amp fuse located in the underhood fuse/relay box. This specific fuse plays a role in the circuit supplying power to the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve D. Inspecting this fuse is vital because a blown fuse would indicate a short in the wiring to the body ground, directly affecting circuit performance. If the fuse is found to be blown, a service procedure to repair the short circuit must be conducted carefully to avoid future failures. In contrast, if the fuse is intact, the troubleshooting process continues to further steps to identify the root cause of DTC P2720. In this step, the technician will connect the SCS line using the HDS, which is a method to bypass certain circuits for diagnostic purposes. Following this, it is necessary to disconnect PCM connectors A, which are crucial points of interaction between the vehicle's sensors and the powertrain control module, PCM. Turning the ignition to on will again activate the electrical systems, allowing for further evaluation of circuits and connections. This process can help isolate whether the problem lies within the connector itself or in the wiring leading to it. By disconnecting and re-establishing connections, technicians can sometimes identify issues such as corrosion, dirt, or misalignment that may not be initially evident. Establishing secure and clean connections is essential for ensuring reliable electrical communication throughout the system. At this point in troubleshooting, the technician will measure the voltage between PCM connector terminals A1 and the vehicle's body ground. It is crucial to ensure that there is battery voltage present at this point. Battery voltage typically indicates that the electrical system is functioning properly and that the circuit is receiving power as intended. Detecting that voltage at the A1 terminal suggests that the wiring from the PCM to the underhood fuse/relay box is intact. If no voltage is detected, it indicates that an open circuit is present in the wiring, leading from the PCM terminal A1 to the fuse/relay box, necessitating a thorough inspection of the wiring and connections. Ensuring the proper voltage reading is key to diagnosing whether the issue lies upstream or with the solenoid itself, guiding the technician towards the next steps in the troubleshooting process. For this troubleshooting step, the technician needs to turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position once again, ensuring the system is deactivated for safety. Then, the SCS line will be jumped using the HDS for diagnostic bypass. This is typically used to isolate and test parts of the circuit. Following this, it is crucial to disconnect PCM connector B to further evaluate the system. This allows for a detailed inspection of the connector and associated wiring. By disconnecting this connector, the technician can check for any visible damage, corrosion, or other connectivity issues that might hinder signal transmission. Continuing this methodical approach enables targeted troubleshooting, helping in effectively diagnosing the DTC P2720 issue. Once all necessary repairs or replacements have been made in relation to DTC P2720, it is essential to verify that the repair was successful. This begins by ensuring that all diagnostic trouble codes have been cleared from the system to initiate a fresh evaluation of the vehicle's performance. Following that, a test drive is recommended to observe the vehicle's behavior under real-world conditions. The focus during this test should be on the transmission's shifting performance, particularly into second and fifth gears. Confirming that the transmission operates smoothly, without issues, indicates that the repair efforts were effective. Thorough verification is an essential step that guarantees the repair has resolved the underlying issue, restoring the vehicle's normal operational capability. Preventing future occurrences of DTC P2720 requires diligent maintenance of the vehicle's electrical systems. Regular inspections of electrical connections, especially between key components like the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve D and the PCM, can mitigate many circuit-related issues. Technicians should routinely check the integrity of fuses within the underhood fuse/relay box, ensuring that any that show signs of damage are replaced promptly. Scheduling periodic diagnostic tests using the HDS can also help identify potential issues before they lead to noticeable symptoms, allowing for proactive maintenance. By maintaining a consistent preventive maintenance routine, the likelihood of encountering recurring DTC P2720 issues can significantly decrease, thereby enhancing vehicle reliability over time. In summary, understanding the significance of the symptoms related to DTC P2720 is key to effective troubleshooting. This diagnostic process highlights the need for a systematic approach to identifying issues within the electrical circuit. Following the detailed steps outlined ensures that technicians thoroughly check all potential causes, from fuses to wiring issues, ultimately leading to successful repairs. Verifying the repairs through testing not only confirms that the problem has been resolved, but also reinforces the importance of a comprehensive approach to vehicle diagnostics. Regular preventive maintenance can further assist in avoiding reoccurrence, keeping the Odyssey performing optimally. Emphasizing these best practices within auto repair ensures a more reliable vehicle for drivers and enhances overall service quality. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.